What's up? What's happening? How you doing? It's me. I'm back at you with another one. The West has been on a run, bro. The West has been on a run this year. Starting out with the Kendrick Like That verse, which ran into a Kendrick versus Drake beef, which led into a West Side landslide victory and a celebration and a coming together for the ages. And on the heels of that, which I never would have expected in a million years, the legends of the West have been also contributing to this legendary run. I don't know, maybe about a month ago, I did an entire review to Ice Cube's album. That video was a little bit long, so I don't think that I'm going to do an album review like that again unless I go live, and it's something that we do like together so that we can talk about it. You know what I mean? But we have Exhibit this releasing singles, Kendrick drops an album, and then boom, Snoop Dogg drops an album entirely produced by Dr. Dre. Now, a couple of thoughts running through my head whenever I hear about this album being made about a year and a half ago or so, I guess. One, that album ain't never gonna see the light of day. Anything that's got Dr. Dre's name attached to it is like Detox 14. Like, nah, I don't think that's coming out. That's one. Two, Snoop Dogg hasn't been a good rapper, not, at least in my opinion, in years. Now, it's been a few times where he slid on something or another, but like overall, I'm not really looking forward to a Snoop Dogg album. You know what I mean? I love Snoop from the early 90s going into the early 2000s, but when he like left the Dre Master P side of things and he started headed to the Neptune side of things, that's where he lost me. Even though I do like Drop It Like It's Hot. That is a good song. All right, but look, I heard the 3 singles that came out in preparation of this album dropping, and I was like, whoa, this is hot. This is hard. This is crazy. I can't believe that this is Snoop Dogg. Dr. Dre's production skills, out of this world. Now, for a lot of you that don't know, Dre had a brain aneurysm about 2 years ago, I want to say, roughly. In the midst of that, Snoop and M were beefing. But for the sake of Dre, they came back to a peaceful place, made a song together to celebrate that, and moving forward from there, I feel like Snoop Dogg has been making all the right moves and moving in the right way. And Dre, being motivated and inspired by almost losing his life, now I'm starting to get a little more intrigued by this album. And today it drops. And I'm here to tell you guys from the bottom of my heart that I think that this album is a perfect 10. I think it is a perfect 10 out of 10. There's not one song on there I don't like. There's not one song on there that I don't want to listen to again. However, I went into this project thinking that my favorite song was most definitely going to be the one with 50 and M on it. It's not. It's not even close. It's like maybe my 6th favorite song on the album, but it's still, M and 50. So I figured I would bring that to you guys and let you guys hear it, and we'll go over it together and break it down. This is Snoop Dogg featuring Eminem and 50 Cent, produced by Dr. Dre. Woo! Who would have thought in 2024? Now, let me preface this off by saying that a lot of people are hating on M's verse here. A lot of people are hating on the song. I want to preface this off by saying that I've seen a lot of hate, but I didn't go into this song or this album with the thought of, I need the best Eminem verse I've ever. It's a Snoop Dogg album. It's just a feature. And I actually think that M kills it. I don't know what everybody's on about. But let's go ahead and get into this, man. Let y'all get a little whiff on the excitement revolving around 50 Cent and his return to hip hop. Like a real return, like a real full verse. Snoop Dogg rapping better than I've ever heard Snoop Dogg rap. And Eminem coming on the tail end of that just to shut it down.
Come, let me show you the ropes.
And Dre on the beat.
Chucks come with the locs. Drums come with the dope. Guns come with the smoke.
I just want the paper.
It's hard.
I just want the paper.
It's the perfect beat for just rapping on. And it's got it. You hear Dre's production on it, like the little bit of humming and harmony in the background. Gun smoke. Like that's a Biggie sample. I mean, the beat's hard.
This ain't a big stepper. I'm just saying I am not the type to get stepped on. I ain't got a big weapon. Glock 17 with the switch with the clip long.
They say I'm a big stepper. I just say I ain't the type to get stepped on. Ooh, that's a good way to introduce yourself back into the game, dog. Yeah.
I ain't finna play with you. Boy, you fuck around, I might have to catch a fade with you. Get the blick and broad day with you. Had little homies run down while I buried with you. Little man don't party. Got him out the night, but the nigga got 4 bodies. Who won't smoke nobody? Going once, going twice, now who won't smoke nobody?
Who won't smoke? Nobody. Going once, going twice. Look, I don't gotta smoke nobody. Listen, for those of you that don't know, 50 Cent is my favorite of all time. I know a lot of y'all think that Eminem is my favorite of all time. I think that Eminem is the greatest of all time. But relatability-wise, who I look up to more, it's 50, man. 50 is my favorite rapper ever.
Tell me what you know about it. Strap right now, nigga, how you won't go about it. Another one you lean on. The type you want to try apply pressure to a scheme on. Pussy nigga dream on. Run, nigga, run till I have to click the beam on. Red dot ya.
Ooh, there's just something about him, dude. There's something about him.
I have to click the beam on. Red dot ya. I got ya. B.I.G. time. Who shot ya? I dropped ya. Who popped ya? Shit lit. Soon as I spot ya. Ooh wee. Why would you be fucking with me?
It's a good question.
Let's take a second here for this moment of silence. You smell it in the air, product of my environment. I come from freestyling over gunshots and sirens. Nothing more gangster than my voice over these
Violence. Bro, those 4 bars are so hard. Let's take a second here, just for the moment of violence. You can smell it in the air. That's a product of my environment. I come from freestyling over gunshots and sirens. Nothing more gangster than my voice over these violins. Snoop is rapping his bum off, bro. Snoop is going crazy on everything on this album. This might be one of his weaker verses.
violins. Get down, lay down. It's the wolf for the dog pound. Yeah, playground, shakedown. Autobahn, no brakes now. Skinny nigga back pushing weight now. New death row on a plate now. More details, please do tell. What's that smell, nigga? Shit, you.
And real quick, off the cuff of him talking about Death Row, check this out. Y'all know Snoop Dogg bought Death Row and got all of him and Dre's and everybody. He owns the masters to Death Row now. Dude is balling, rich, crazy rich. So this album was the first album of all time to be released on Death Row /Aftermath/Interscope, which is hard. That's hard. That's super dope.
With two, if you knew what a young nigga had to do. Rendezvous with a pocket too. Rock shit up like Molly Crew. In this fight, you gotta stick and move. All my life, I had to show and prove. Still a nigga with an attitude. If you ain't gangster, this is not for you. Yeah,
come on.
Bullet holes in the palm trees. Dirty money in the laundry. 10 toes in the concrete. Niggas know where to find me. I got a long reach. This Long Beach where we don't speak. And you saw what happened to the last nigga that tried to fuck with my proceeds.
Killed it. Killed it. That verse was insane. You're rapping with 50 and M, and he came with the right energy. Also, I think that it's important to discuss that you can call me a hater if you want to. I'm telling you, I love this album. I love this project. I love what Snoop is doing. You can call me a hater if you want to, but Snoop ain't writing none of that. Snoop ain't writing on this album. This is not Snoop's pen. That's okay. He's 60 years old and he's trying to make a classic hip hop album. That's cool. I'm not saying Snoop Dogg. I don't consider Snoop Dogg to be in that MC category where you got to be the one that's writing the lyrics. I put M in that category. I put a Kendrick in that category, a Crooked I in that category, a Tom McDonald in that category. I don't put Snoop in there. I don't put Kanye in there. I don't put Drake in there. These are just artists, rap artists. And they're going to do what's best for the nature of the song. And I tip my hat to this, bro. And he killed it nonetheless. The delivery was flawless. It doesn't matter who wrote it. They couldn't have done it like that. All right, let's go, M.
I remember when I was 13, searching for how to get my revenge on the world that hurt me. Thirsty for commas, them double entendres turned me to an entrepreneur and a monster constantly caught in some kind of
Controversy. That's how he does it. But I wanted to break this down, man. Thirsty for commas, them double entendres turn me into an entrepreneur, a monster constantly caught in some type of contra. He is a beast to the point where now people are just like, man, that was weak for an Eminem verse. Huh? Dog, there ain't nothing weak about it. It's just you're so used to extraordinary that extraordinary doesn't hit the same pinnacles anymore. It's crazy. And that's just because M is so great that people frown upon it when he doesn't supersede expectations.
controversy. That was my mantra. The tantra was kinda sending, but why should I be kinda the kind of people that weren't kinda me coming up? So like that syrup they canceled, I'ma say fuck you and your mama, then blame my rap persona. But that was my mantra, the tantra. But that's kind of condescending. Why should I be kind to the kind of people who weren't kind to me? Coming up, it's like that syrup. Ain't your mama, ain't your mama. They canceled that syrup because of the name of it. He's saying F you and your mama, ain't your mama. That's hard, bro. That's a hard entendre. That syrup they canceled, I'ma say fuck you and your mama, then blame my rap persona. That's the excuse that I use to explain my grammar, allowing me to just do what I do and not face the ramifications, so I can air my frustrations. But I'll be damned if the same reporter's gonna shove another tape recorder and camera in my face while I am at the Burger King just to grab my little baby daughter a hamburger. Like shady ought to be amicable. Guess that's the price that you
He's
pay for
killing this.
all the glamour, the fame and stardom. Like when you're treated just like an animal.
I don't hear what everybody else is hearing. He's absolutely murdering this, in my opinion.
You not act like one when you came from bottom, but they gonna make me wanna pull a llama and make like I'm a mechanical bull. Fuck around and buck these hoes. Ain't
Dog, come on, man. Come on, dog. He's spazzing. You'll act like you want. You'll not act like one when you come from the bottom, but they gonna make me want to pull a llama and make like I'm a mechanical bull.
wanna pull a llama and make like I'm a mechanical bull. Fuck around and buck these hoes. Ain't talking no luxury clothes. 2 9s I tuxedos like rock and roll Hall of Famers. Try and duck these, yo. Man, what the fuck you want?
Fire.
And I just see you yesterday. Fuck out of here. Fuck it.
I love this little in between too, where he's like going back to a shady times where he's like putting a skit in the middle of a verse. That's ill, bro. That's ill.
Now I'm much older and I may be calmer, run up on me and I might be a little less likely to go crazy on you and let the
First of all, M is always one that's going to be able to tie the verse into whatever the hook is. He's always been good at that. But in this way, the way that he flipped it here at the end, where it's like, listen, dog, I've gotten a lot older. I'm on a song called Gunz and Smoke. I've gotten a lot older. I'm way calmer than I used to be. I'm a grandpa. My daughter's a grown woman who's married, about to have a baby. My concerns are elsewhere. I ain't trying to be hard. I'm not in the streets no more. So I might be a little less likely to let the gun smoke. You know what I mean? I think that was dope. I don't know what people are hearing. I thought that it was super dope, super clever, and I think that he wrote that beat properly, bro. I don't know what people are on.
I just want the paper.
He killed that.
I just want the paper. Gun smoke.
It's good, bro. It's good. I like it. But if you haven't heard this album, you should do yourself the service and go check it out. It's super good, bro. It's a super good album. I might have this at album of the year. I'm being honest. Like, I love Kendrick's album. I love M's album. Dog, I think I might have this at the... I think this might be a better album than both of them. I don't know if I'm ready to say that for sure yet. We'll find out. I mean, I'm going to do a year-end wrap-up show where I, talk about the best album of the year, the best song of the year, the best verse of the year, the best beat of the year, blah, 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 blah. So I'll let you know then for sure. But I think I have this at album of the year. Bro, his album is crazy. If y'all haven't heard it and you think I sound nuts, please go listen to it. I'm telling y'all, there's some stuff on there, man. There's some stuff on there. But as far as M is concerned, I just feel like he's so good that people just got to find something to pick apart. Like, I went into this song on a vibe because of the way the album flowed into it. I think a lot of y'all just went straight to clicking on this song just because you wanted to hear what verse Eminem was going to spit. And y'all were like, he didn't have 16 double entendres. And you know what I mean? Just vibe with it. It's a vibey record. And he killed it to me. I thought it was good. I mean, lyrically, killed it. The flow, killed it. But I would rather talk about this return of 50 Cent because to me, 50 killed it. 50 went crazy at the beginning of this song. Perfect introduction. Love his flow. Love his cadence. Love the delivery. Love his voice at this day and time. And the confidence and even the arrogance to a degree of his, like, I still got it. And the way that he just, like, it was sassy. The way he had that sassy flow, bro, and let you know at the same time, like, you don't want it. I like that, bro. I like this song. I thought the song was really good. And it ties into the Snoop Dogg is returning with Dre narrative because, I mean, this is a tight-knit team 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you know, back when it was Shady Aftermath, and that was like the whole, 50 had just come out. Before that, M had Snoop, Exhibit, Nate Dogg, and Dr. Dre on a song on Marshall Mathers LP called Be Please 2, right? That was the first time that I heard Eminem rap with Exhibit. Well, no, what's the difference? But all right, so before Marshall Mathers LP, Dre did 2001, where he had Snoop on there, Exhibit on there, M on there. So they went on tour together. This family was getting tight-knit, and then 50 Cent comes into the picture, and Snoop starts messing around with 50 on the PIMP remix. And, they were a tight-knit, family-centric label. And then M's problems started to happen, the drug addiction, losing his best friend, Shady fell apart. Shout out to Obi Trice, shout out to D12, shout out to Stat Quo, shout out to Bobby Creek, the original Shady 1.0. And then M comes back around and does Shady 2.0 where he leaves Dre kind of out of it. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't no Dr. Dre love for Yellow Wolf and Slaughterhouse. That, and I think M just tried to kind of stay out of it for the most part. But now it's this full circle family reunion deal going on where it feels like that family-centric love is back in the picture. That's my only gripe with the album, is that it has that feel to it, but we didn't get an Exhibit feature. I wish we would have got Exhibit. Maybe there'll be a deluxe or something like that. I don't know. But Sting is on this album. Bro, I just did a reaction to Jelly Roll, Snoop, and Dre's production on the Last Dance with Mary Jane remake. That was crazy. And I just feel like this album is a masterpiece, man. I really do. I love it. They came out with a whole short film. I'm not going to get into that, but they came out with a whole short film. That short film was dope. Y'all should check that out too. And just, in my opinion, this is a celebratory moment. When they did the Super Bowl, Snoop, Dre, M, 50, when they did the Super Bowl, I was tearing up. These are my childhood heroes, especially 50. These are my childhood heroes. You know what I mean? They're like the Avengers to me. And seeing that was like the Avengers coming back together again. It was so cool to see. And to see them shift from there to put an album out like this, just in my opinion, it's awesome. He had to have that 50 and M feature on here, I think. And it's like I said, it's like my 5th or 6th favorite song on here. It's not even close to my favorite, but it's hard nonetheless. And y'all gonna quit hating on my boy M, bro. M don't have no whack verse ever. M ain't never done no whack verse. Ever. Not one. Quit trying to pick apart like line by line. He's the only artist y'all do that to. He's the only one. Ain't nobody out here like, well, I liked 50's verse for the most part, but I did not like it whenever 50 said, that he just wants to pay. It's the way he said it right there. He sounded a little nasally. It's like, no, you just rock with the verse or you don't. And it's the same with M, bro. M is the only one that y'all do that to. Well, I kind of liked his verse for the first 14 seconds of it, but from seconds 15 to 19 seconds in his verse, it was so cringe. But then he came back around at the end and it sounded great until the very last little breath that he took. You could tell that he breathed and it was a little weird. And shut up. Shut up. Y'all made me sick, man. It's just dope. It's just dope. Just rock with it because it's dope. All right. Thank you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for watching this. Like and subscribe if you're new. Happy birthday, Shannon. I will see y'all on the next one. All right. Peace.